Welcome to Canada's podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Canada's podcast. This is the Atlantic Canada version of the Canada's podcast, where we record, we connect, we chat with entrepreneurs from across the great region of Atlantic Canada. And pleased to really introduce to you today Purush Cannane. He's an entrepreneur which he calls himself as an active social enthusiast, and in particular, his focus is on saving people, trees, and the planet. And what I love about what Purush has got focused in on is three main objectives, and all of this before he dies too. By the way, this is the other thing that's kind of interesting. He wants to save at least 1 million trees. He wants to reduce carbon emissions to 50% and solve the problem of plastic bags in the world. And he's starting to do that with his company Green Eye Inc., which is an innovative packaging solutions organization, which has been built to protect the world. So, Purush, welcome to Canada's podcast, my friend.
Hi, Rivers. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm super excited. Thank you so much for the great introduction.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. So let's talk about that passion of yours, that interest, that enthusiasm you have. Can you talk a bit about? Where did that come from? What was your interest in? Where you really become a social enthusiast?
Oh yes, absolutely. It's a great question. I am an entrepreneur. This is my fourth startup. So I have tried a few startups before. I tried my best. I failed, but I learned something about.
Yes. Well, that's game.
That's the thing. Yeah. And I always wanted to solve global problems. It's been a passion for me. In 2019, the Prime Minister has announced the ban on single-use plastic bags, the plastic waste. I thought there is an opportunity for to upcycle paper waste into paper bags, and because this is not only for Canada, we are doing this for the whole world, and Canada, USA, UK, Australia, China, India, Africa, any country you take, there is a paper waste. Also, people think that the paper waste is just like put it in the trash can and it will recycle. There are many things involved in that. People are not aware of that. So I thought there is a solution to solve this issue and make a useful solution for the whole planet. That's how this idea got started. And I always passionate about eco-friendly things because right from the beginning, I was originally born in India. We try to adapt eco-friendly things from our childhood. And we try to reduce the wastage and try to utilize any products we use in our day-to-day life to the maximum of its capacity. So that's how it comes. And this newspaper bags was originally I inspired from India, where you can see that small business people, small stores, they use newspaper bags for packaging things. Like a retail store, grocery store, something like that. And after I found that, after I did my research in Canada, I found there is nothing like that here. So I wanted to replicate the same thing here, and it became a good success here. That's how it all started.
That's so cool. And so you're saying that your focus is on the bags only at this point in time. Do you plan on expanding that to any other type of products, or tell us about the type of companies that are now using the bags that you're creating through your company?
Sure, it's not about one product actually. So we are planning to have different paper products. For example, we also make paper bags with the scrapbook waste. We also make crinkle papers using magazines and recycled paper. Some people prefer eco-friendly packaging, especially they are willing to pay extra dollars for what it is, like 100% eco-friendly. And also, I want to clearly tell you some distinction between
Sure.
the word recycling and upcycling. We are upcycling. We are not recycling.
Okay.
So people
What's the
think,
difference?
yeah, sure. Recycling means you take something and you do some processing, like chemical processing, like pulping, adding bleaching, and you have to use a lot of water, oil, all those things in the recycling process. I'm talking about paper recycling. So you collect the paper waste from household. It goes to a facility where they sort out papers, plastics, and different things, and they bale it. They will compact and bale it, and it will be send it to a paper mill. So where they clean, and then they add virgin paper to some level, and also they pulp it, and they add bleaching, water, oil, all those things. That's called the recycling process. Now you make a pulp and reform into paper again. If you make white paper, you have to add tons and tons of bleaching, like hydrogen peroxide, which is benzoyl. There are too many chemicals that goes inside
Right.
it.
Right.
That is recycling. But upcycling means, for example, this is the paper waste. I got this paper waste and I turn that into a bag, just like that,
Neat.
without any chemicals. This is called upcycling. You take anything like that in the form without adding any chemicals, you just turn into something else, which is upcycling. That's what we are doing.
That's
I
so
hope you
cool.
understand.
So yeah, I do understand that. And so that's very cool. I would presume that you spend a lot of your time educating people the difference between recycling and upcycling.
That is very true, Reverse. And all the time, I'm educating people because people don't know the difference. People usually think like, okay, what's the matter? I recycle it already. You know what? There are too many things involved in the recycling process. I mean, the traditional, conventional process, they they add chemicals and bleaching. It is not eco-friendly, truth be told. So upcycling means you are taking the clean waste and turn into bags or some other products. By the way, without any external chemicals or external things like that. You save money, you save energy, you reduce the pollution, and that's the thing we are into. And also, like you asked me a question about other products. We also make crinkle paper shreds, like something like shredded papers for boxes and packaging. And also, we are gonna make
Okay.
kitchen bin liners, like trash cans for organic peels and wastes in the kitchen. So that will be actually made from waste as well. So we're gonna be collecting cardboards and cartons from paper mills and some other locations, and we're gonna be turning that into boxes like trash cans.
So
And hmm?
sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. So and also like we have plans to make cardboard boxes for shipping, and also we are planning to make different products in the future. So I think you also asked about what type of retail customers we have. Is that right? Can I
Yes.
continue that?
Yes, please.
So we basically sell to small business stores right now, and also few government, local municipal government in Nova Scotia. So a typical customer like mom and pop store, they sell non-food items. For example, gift handmade products, artisanal products,
Mhm.
anything that is made in Canada, or even like retail stores, boutiques. They are our regular customers. We have over 150 clients throughout in Canada and the US, majorly in the Atlantic Canada, Halifax and Dartmouth. You can see our bags being used by many stores in downtown area, downtown Halifax and downtown Dartmouth.
Right.
And we have a mixture of customers. They buy paper bags, they buy crinkle papers, and other products.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So, when people are buying these, do you your bags and so on? Is there a way in which they can brand it? Their company, or they're just the bag's the bag.
So we can do branding as well. So for example, we can apply a sticker on top of the bag with their logo on it, and it stands out well. Or some people they just stamp it with the rubber stamp,
Right.
with the
Right.
ink, That is the cheapest solution that can do it. And some people just use it like that. And in fact, they don't want to do anything about that. They just want to use it just like that. And I will give you just a scenario. Now I sell to Paper Hearts in Halifax. And when I talk about, when I go to network meetings, I talk with people, right? When I say that this is the bags I make. Now they don't see that it's a greeny bag. They see that it's a Paper Hearts bags. It become like
Right.
like a trend setting. It's people see that it's they get from a store. They seem like it's their bag, but it's okay. I'm
Nice.
happy to hear that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's all right. You didn't create that situation. You just helped make it happen. So that's so cool. I love it. I love it. So
Thank you.
tell me about the name Green Eye with with two eyes on it. No, yeah, can you talk a bit about that?
Sure. So in fact, in order to come up with this name, I tried for 1 year.
1 year.
Funny. Yeah, I tried different names, and I wanted to have green in the name. That's for sure, because
Right.
our solutions are green. That is made for green to
Right.
make the earth greener. Um, After researching, I found green is being exhaustively used throughout in Canada and the US and globally. And I also wanted to sound like greeny because we want to make the solution greeny.
Okay.
I tried with a different name, but this is very simple. And in fact, greeny means it's a cactus fruit. Cactus plant. Green That's, it should be pronounced as
Greeny.
greeny.
Apologies. Yeah. Yeah. I
That's
thought
okay.
yeah, I'm not sure you get a lot of other people doing that. So cool. Okay. Greeny. Yep.
Yes, sir. So that's the thing. We come up with the name, and it's been very well reached, and everybody love the brand, the logo, and on all our products. We get a good customer support, good feedback. You can see a lot of positive feedback, unsolicited feedbacks that we received in Google reviews and also Instagram.
Right on. Very cool. So tell me about give me a day. What does a day look like for you, Purush? What does it look like to you to run your company?
So I work every waking hour for the company for putting things on the right track. So like I usually wake up 8 or 9 in the morning because I work late in the night.
Sure. Yep.
So yeah, so that's the thing. I try to catch up many things. Like I get peaceful time after the evening because no disturbance, no sound. So I work peacefully in the night to finish up the thing, emailing all those things, and also preparing reports. So in a day, even if I wake up at 9, that goes with the calls, attending trainings, meetings, and also follow up with the clients, orders, fulfillments, and also like in the afternoon, I try to deliver the outstanding orders for the day,
Yes.
and also prepare for the raw materials. So I collect the raw materials and coordination, all those things. And planning, we are also doing some innovation like research and development of the papers. We are developing some machines. So I have to coordinate with the students. Many things that goes on all the day. Like I change my hat every half an hour.
So talk to me about your raw materials. So how did you set up relationships with organizations so that they would allow you to get their raw materials to help you with the Greenie?
Sure. So basically, we started with Halifax Public Library in 2019. It did very well, and it still continues. I hope it will continue for a long time in the future too. So once in a month or once in 45 days, I get an email or a call from the donors, basically Halifax Public Library, or like Coffee News flyers. So Coffee News flyers are being distributed in the Annapolis Valley, in the Cold Brook, basically in Nova Scotia, and Fredericton. We also collect from Vancouver. We also collect from Campbell River, from BC, and also 1 or 2 times from Boston, near Massachusetts, and also like a few other donors. So once in a while, like I collect directly from them, or they will send it through mail, like a courier. I pay for the shipping. So once I collect it, I give them a gift card, so it works well hand to hand. And basically, these local libraries, I go and collect myself. Um, and also recently, I have convinced the Pier 21 Museum to donate the previous posters. So I collect the posters from Pier 21 Museum at Marginal Street in Halifax. So I turn them into a bag. And also recently we have done with the Solscape Expo. So we collected the old magazine, remove the staples, join sheets, make a nice bag for them, and give it back to the trade show or the gift store. They were very happy. And now we are working more with the closed loop. For example, you have a company, you have magazines, brochures, flyers, or any newspaper you want to turn that into turn that into a bag. You can reach out to me. I will make a nice bag for you with those papers. So this is how it works.
What does it cost to have bags made? I'm talking retail wise. That's
a small bag costs 55 cents.
Yes.
This is the price of
Yes.
small bag. And a medium bag, which takes 2 sheets together. I don't know whether you can see that.
Yep.
This is a medium bag. This is 60 cents or 70 cents, depends upon the quantity you buy. This is a large bag, like almost like a size of a grocery bag.
Yes.
This is going to cost you around 80 cents. If you buy in bulk, the price will go really cheap. So based upon the quantity you buy, the prices go really cheap.
Now you mentioned about students just a while ago. How do you use students to help you with Greenie?
Yes, I mean, I've been working with students for quite a long time, almost like more than 2 years with multiple universities. I have come across more than 50 students. So right now we work with the Dalhousie University, research and development. So they were helping us to design a couple of machines because we are manually unfolding papers. Like take a sheet just like that, and then we unfold it manually. So we are developing a machine to unfold it automatically. At least I would say semi-automatically. So we've been last year we successfully developed a couple of machines. It's still not in the production, but we are still testing with that. So this year we are working with to develop these machines with the students.
Didn't you recently win $20,000 prize for something that you turned into a machine?
Oh yes, I mean we won $20,000 from Desjardins on Good Spark social and community grants recently in March. I think March 2022. I think I mostly used the funding for buying some machines, also for the development of new customized machines. So it's been very well used, and the process is really coming up well. And couple of machines. So I think we are in the right way to increase our production. So right now we are doing everything by manual. So you take a sheet of paper, join sheets, and fold it, and finally apply handles, checking everything. Right, it's taking a lot of time.
Right.
With those machines, with those funding was used for buying machines, also customizing machines. So we have used those funding for the machines. So right now those machines will reduce the time taking and also increase the productivity to 600 to 700%, which is really phenomenal.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. And so tell me about your interest in trees, because you said you want to save 1 million trees. What's that all about? And also to reduce the carbon emissions to 50%. Can you tell us as to how does that relate to what you're doing with Greenie, or are you doing other projects on top of that?
Absolutely, sir. And I am very obsessed with the trees from my childhood. I don't know why. I have planted many trees in my childhood in my garden.
Right.
And so whenever I I get happiness. That's what I can say. And Canada, it's a beautiful country. Wherever you go, you see beautiful trees on the thing.
Yes.
I don't like the trees to be cut, because when we cut a tree, we are not just only cutting a tree, you are just damaging a habitat. For example, the birds live with that, and also the microgerms on the small insects that depends upon the tree. And also, tree is an integral part of giving us a pure oxygen, which is
Mm-hmm.
free of cost. So
Mm-hmm.
there are many things, and also the climate change, right? What's happening,
Right.
you know that. And I have a passion to solve this problem, to save trees, and that's what I set a goal of 1 million trees before I die. So far, I have successfully saved 60 trees, which is really good. With our solution,
Nice.
we can really scale up to the next level for sure. And also, like, I have few other ideas to not only greenie, for example, like not only paper products, but I have few other ideas to reduce the plastic, reduce the energy consumption, logistics, and that also I will do that in the near future. That for sure. And sorry, what is the second part of the question? I totally.
Yeah, and the other one was just does that relate to what you're doing with Greenie? So, but what you're saying is that there is some synergy for what you're doing with Greenie to achieving those objectives, which is the reducing the carbon emissions and obviously the trees.
Yeah. So now it is just like a triangle, like three circles joined together. There is like a synergy happen, right? So innovation, that is for sure. We are doing an innovation, and also like people should be aware of the consumption, because people always think like the paper can be used for a short period of time. Like now, Greenie is giving an example or creating an awareness to tell the people that it's not made for just one purpose. You can use it for other purpose, right? I'm
Yeah,
so sorry.
exactly.
So
So,
that's the thing.
so give us some lessons that you've learned about being an entrepreneur in the last couple of years. What are some lessons you would like to bring to our audience about what you've experienced with yourself as being an entrepreneur? You said at the beginning of the conversation you've learned some lessons. Can you talk to us about that?
Wow, this is a fantastic journey. I think it's not easy, but it's challenging, but it's definitely uh, a great thing to experience. So I would say, like, if you have an idea, if you are passionate about it, don't wait for it. Just go for it. Whoever
Right.
listens to this, do not wait for it. Just try and take action. Now, I think when I started, I was having a lot of questions in my mind, doubts, self doubts, whether it can be possible or not. Even in the beginning, when I started, there was some negative reviews, and I mean, review means like some feedback I received from friends and families that, oh, this idea won't work. Why don't you go for work, get some money instead of doing this business and all those things, right? Even today,
Yes.
they're telling it. That's a quite common thing. But it all started with the passion. So I'm very passionate about it, and I know that with action and persistence, it can be formed into great business. Now you see the real progress we are making it, and we started with one single bag. Now we have crossed over 60,000 bags. We have over 150 clients, which is a really good thing. It all started from one single bag in 2019. So entrepreneurial journey is really like a dance. It's like walking on a ice without boots, like
Right.
barefoot. It's really challenging, but I feel like it's really worth it. Even if I fail, that's still okay. I learned all those things. You know what? Like I previously worked as a software engineer. Like I have managed people. I work with people. Now I work with real scenario with my money. So
Right.
I've spent all the time. I know how to talk to people. My communication is improved. My planning get improved. I learn all those things: coordination, innovation, thinking out of the box, and making things happen. Execution, mainly execution, is one of the key thing that is essential for entrepreneurship. That I learned. I'm still learning it. So, and also I get an opportunity to meet with different type of peoples outside of my boundary before. It's really phenomenal. Now I built a network, which is really worth it. So, to put in real words, entrepreneurship is something like in the middle, right? In the left side, it is not easy. In the right side, it is not. It is not. I mean, it is achievable. So you will be in the middle. So it
Right.
is just like achieving both the things. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. And what do you say about doing business in Nova Scotia? How's that been?
Oh, doing business in Nova Scotia is phenomenal. And this is a small province compared to Ontario, Quebec, and other things like BC. But it's one of the great place to live and also doing business. Like I think the ecosystem is very good, and also the government support, and like it's very good. I feel that I moved from Ontario originally, so I was living in Ontario for 8 years before, and now I moved to Nova Scotia for the past almost 5 years now. So I like this place, and there is a lot of opportunities to try and get benefits of. The government is phenomenal, and also the ecosystem like universities, access to startup communities and networks, which is really great thing to tap
It
into
is.
and use of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm blessed to live here.
That's awesome, Purush. So, well, look, how do people get in touch with you if they want to find out some more information about you, and also how do they find out about more about Greenie?
Oh yes, I mean people can get in touch with me from our Google review. They can send a direct message from Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, or even they can go to our website at www.greenii.ca. That is greenie.ca. You can send us a message or directly an email like Greenie, I mean GREENII.INC1 @gmail.com. I'm here to listen to you. I'm really looking for collaboration. Like even like it's not only about paper products. If you are doing something eco-friendly, good for the community and the society, I would be very happy to partner with. So anytime, please reach out.
That's awesome, Bruce. So that's it for this edition of Canada's podcast with Purush Cannane. Really appreciate your time, sir. You are doing amazing work. It's magical work. It's special work, and you should please continue on and with the course our great support about what it is that you're doing. So thank you so much for that. And I encourage you to reach out to the man. Yesterday, his car was broken down and he was still communicating. So he does communicate very quickly. So thank you very much, sir, for your time today, and best of luck in the future.
Oh, thank you, Rivers, and thank you so much for this opportunity. It's been phenomenal. Thank you so much for being patient with me.
Yes, sir.
And you asked me great questions. I really love it. And I'm really happy to help anybody who is looking for help, or even like if you're looking for ideas and things to brainstorm, I'm really willing to join with you. And thank
Excellent.
you so much, Rivers, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.